The category of news script, analysis, feature, or commentary has a special place in my heart. It's here journalists research, source information, explain things in context, and attempt to educate the public, all while being labeled fake news by a bunch of morons who can't handle the truth. The nominees are Eye on America, Coldwater Creek, written by Kate Blatt. Gaza, Hannah Arendt, and the Banality of Evil, written by Basil Hamdan. Mysterious Russian Death, 60 Minutes, written by Cecilia Vega, Oriana Zil de Granados. Remembering Palestinian Journalists Killed by Israeli Forces, Ayman, written by Lisa Salinas. Uphill Battle, CBS News Sunday Morning, written by Richard Budenhagen, Kay Lim, my buddy Leslie Stahl, and the award goes to Remembering Palestinian Journalists Killed by Israeli Forces, Ayman, written by Lisa Salinas.
So it's really bittersweet to be accepting an award tonight on behalf of our colleagues who are now dead. More than 200 Palestinian journalists have been killed by Israeli forces in Gaza while documenting what has become widely recognized by human rights groups and UN experts as a genocide. Our colleagues paid the ultimate sacrifice to show the world the horrors taking place all around them. They did so without rest, without protection, and in unimaginable circumstances. They did so even knowing that their own family members could be targeted too. In fact, the Palestinian Journalist Syndicate found that Israeli military killed more than 700 family members of journalists since October 2023. The Committee to Protect Journalists also recently found that Israeli Defense Forces have committed more targeted killings of journalists than any other government's military since they began documenting in 1992. And it hasn't stopped. In fact, just January, during what's supposed to be a ceasefire, an Israeli airstrike killed 3 journalists in Gaza. Each and every one of these journalists and their families should still be here with us tonight, including Hassam Shabbat, who was only 23 years old when he was killed nearly a year ago. In his last words, he wrote in part, quote, "I documented the horrors in northern Gaza minute by minute, determined to show the world the truth they tried to bury. By God, I fulfilled my duty as a journalist. I ask you now, do not stop speaking about Gaza. Do not let the world look away." May Hassam and all of our colleagues' sacrifice always serve as a reminder to those of us in this industry to never cower in the face of threats and to always shine a light in the darkest of places. In closing, I would like to thank my host, Ayman Moyeldin, for always encouraging my team and I to report fearlessly and honestly, and whose last work over the last 2 decades has set an example for us. And I would also like to thank my network, MS Now, for allowing us the space for these important segments. Thank you.